Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the 2026 National Catholic Championships. I'm Larry Dukes with Morgan Oxon on the camera. We're at the Mangione Aquatic Center on the campus of Loyola University in beautiful Baltimore, Maryland. Ladies and gentlemen, our national anthem. And we're in the second session of this National Catholic Championships. We have the women this morning in the prelims. We have the prelims for the men this afternoon. We have diving this evening. We have diving tomorrow morning. Women tonight, men in the morning. And then we have the finals tomorrow afternoon. So lots of action. You can pick that up on live stream by going to the National Catholic's website for the links. Or coaches were given the links, and hopefully they've gotten them distributed to the teams. So we have 11 events this afternoon, 3 relays and 8 individual events, the normal high school regimen of swimming. First off will be the 200-yard medley relay, and we're about ready to begin. I'll be giving you the lane assignments, the play-by-play of the race, the finishes as we see them. They're not official finishes. You can get that at Meet Mobile. The backstrokers are in the water for heat number 1 of event number 2, the boys 200-yard medley relay. In lane number 3 is Gonzaga, lane 4, Calvert Hall, and lane 5, Archbishop Spalding. These are the B relays for each one of those schools. Before 50s, each swimmer swimming a 50. Back breast flying free in that order. And we'll have our first exchange at the wall. First in the water is Calvert Hall, followed by Archbishop Spalding and Gonzaga in that order. Butterflyers will be next. Order remains the same. Still Calvert Hall, Archbishop Spalding, and Gonzaga in that order. Anchor swimmers for freestyle have stepped up. Still about a half body length lead for Calvert Hall over Spalding. Off the turn, it remains the same. Gonzaga has fallen back. We'll go to the wall. Not enough pull to catch up to Calvert Hall, and the touch. Winning time for Calvert Hall, 1:44.34. Spalding finishes second with a 1:44.94, and Gonzaga, their time, 1:53.42. So the first heat in the books. And we'll move on to heat number 2. This will be a mix of both B and A relays. In lane number 1 will be the Heights, their B relay. St. Ed's in lane number 2, their B. Seton will be in 3, their B. Ryken's A in lane number 4. Bishop O'Connell's B in lane 5. St. John's B in 6. Bishop Ireton, their B in 7. And Good Counsel's B in lane number 8. Heat 2 of event number 2. Backstrokers in the water. Out of the breakout, first turn, first 25. Underwaters coming up in the lead. In lane number 6, that's going to be St. John's. They'll touch first. Lane number 3, Seton making a run and passing St. John's in the breaststroke. Well, the pull out. It'll be Seton now in the lead. First in the water, though, is lane number 5. That's Bishop O'Connell. They make the turn in the lead, and things change. Good Counsel now in lane number 8 in second. Good Counsel, St. John's, and Seton all go to the water vying for second. Bishop O'Connell pulling away in first. And we'll go to the wall in heat number 2. 1:46.50, the winning time for Bishop O'Connell's B. St. John's second, 1:49.35. Good Counsel was third, 1:49.83. Seton was fourth, and Ryken was fifth. Heat number 3 coming up. Lane number 1 is DeSales. St. Peter in 2. John Paul in 4. Mount St. Joe in 5. Trinity in 6. St. Joe's in 7. And Bishop McDevitt in lane number 8. A mixture of A's and B's. DeSales has their A. St. Paul's their B. John Paul A. Mount St. Joe A, Trinity A, St. Joe's B, and McDevitt A. Backstrokers placing their feet, some of them using the drop bar, others just using the pad to place their feet. At the 25, the first turn, and Underwaters popping up. In the lead is lane number 6. That's Trinity's A relay. Second place is St. Paul's down in lane number 2. Breaststroke pullout, and still in your lead is Trinity in lane number 6. Coming on in lane number 1 is DeSales for second. Then St. Paul's. Off the wall in the butterfly, it is still Trinity in the lead. Next to them, Mount St. Joe now making a move. Down in lane 1, DeSales is third. And we'll bring it home in the last 25. It looks like it will be Trinity. Coming to the wall, winning time, 1:42.12. Mount St. Joe's second, 1:43.09. St. Paul's is third, 1:46.63. DeSales is fourth, 1:47.21. And we'll move on to heat number 4. These will all be A relays except for lane number 7. We'll get to that in a moment. St. Paul's in lane 1. St. Joe's in 2. Archbishop Spalding in 3. DeMatha in 4. Gonzaga in 5. Calvert Hall in 6. Georgetown Prep B in 7. And O'Hara, they're 8 in lane number 8. They're A relay in 8. Off the turn, coming up in the lead, St. Joe's A relay in lane 2. And breaststrokers in the water. DeMatha making their move. Long pull out and up in the lead. So it's DeMatha and St. Joe's. 1-2. Into the butterfly leg. DeMatha pulling out to a 2 body length lead. Calvert Hall coming on for second. So it's DeMatha, Calvert Hall, and Gonzaga. Very close for second. DeMatha is your winner. Time 1:33.31. Second goes to Gonzaga, 1:37.24. Calvert Hall, 1:37.63 for third. And Archbishop Spalding took fourth, 1:38.95. Next up, heat number 5. Lane number 1, St. John's. These are all A's except for the last relay. Seton in 2, the Heights in 3, Georgetown Prep in 4, Good Counsel in 5, Bishop O'Connell in 6, Bishop Ireton in 7, and then Gilmore Academy, Gates Mills Gilmore Academy in lane number 8 is their B relay. Big underwater, lane number 4, Georgetown Prep. They'll come up in the lead by a body length over Bishop O'Connell in lane 6 and St. John's down in lane number 1. Order remains the same. Coming up on the 100 and the exchange over to Butterfly. Georgetown Prep, then Bishop O'Connell, St. John's, 1, 2, 3. Fourth place is Good Counsel. And the freestyle leg, the anchor leg. The battle really now is for third place, but it looks like it will remain the same order. Georgetown Prep A, 133.07 for first. Bishop O'Connell, 138.16 for second. St. John's, 140.24 for third. And fourth is Good Counsel, 140.35. The final heat, heat number 6 of this first event. Malvern Prep, they're B in lane number 1. DeMatha's B in 2. Loyola Blakefield's A in 3. Ignatius A in 4. Malvern Prep's A in 5. Ignatius B in 6. Gilmore Academy's A in 7. And St. Ed's A in 8. Record time for this event was set last year, 130.71 by St. Ignatius. Cleveland St. Ignatius, your leader, coming out of the underwaters. Split time in the backstroke, 23.56. Second place was Loyola Blakefield, now on their heels. Cleveland St. Ignatius extending almost to a body length as the Butterflyers go in. Now off the wall, Loyola Blakefield second, but 3 body lengths behind. Down in lane number 7, Gilmore Academy third, coming on, Malvern Prep in the middle. Going away, Cleveland St. Ignatius, 4 body lengths at least to the wall. Winning time, 131.32. Second place, Loyola Blakefield, 136.49. Third was Gilmore Academy, 137.65. They'll set up for a great finals tomorrow afternoon. Possibly pulling down last year's record. They're only a little less than a second away from that record level. And we'll move on to the 200-yard freestyle. Event number 4 for the boys. And the lane assignments for heat number 1 in lane number 4, Jacqueline Garce from St. John's in lane number 4, Nick Hassenboller Nick is from Bishop McDevitt in lane 5. Aiden Campersoni, also from Bishop McDevitt in lane number 6. Three swimmers in this first heat of the 200. Return it to 50. Your leader in lane number 4, Joaquin Garces from St. John's. He's followed by Campo Sicarni and Hassan Bowler. Approaching the 100. Lead change. Hassan Bowler now in the lead, with Campo Sarconi second, and Garces is now third. Hassan Bowler extending his lead to almost a body length now as they come to the 150. .50 yards remain. Off the wall. Campo Sicarni making up part of the distance between them, but not going to catch Hassan Bowler at the wall. Nick Hassan Bowler time 2:26.34. Aiden Campo Sicarni 2:26.64, and Joaquin Garces 2:34.92 for third. Heat number 2, Peter Zemek from the high school in lane number 2. Bishop McDevitt's Charlie Walker in 3. Bishop McNamara, Joshua Harris in 4. Raphael Tenney from the high school in 5. Abhinav Ghali from Trinity in 6. Patrick Kay from Seton in 7. And Merrick Tarver from Lakewood St. Edward is in lane number 8. Your leader in lane number 6, Abhinav Ghali from Trinity. In second, Patrick Kay from Seton. Ghali and Kay, stroke for stroke. Down in lane number 3, making a move, Charlie Walker. Patrick Kay takes the lead off the final wall. Ghali trying to hang on. Walker down in 3, making his move. They'll come to the wall. It is Patrick Kay, 2:01.48. Abhinav Ghali, 2:03.93 for second. Charlie Walker third, 2:04.39. Raphael Tenney the Heights goal, 2:06:10 for third. Heat number 3, Jake Fitzgerald from Loyola, lane number 1. Sam Belenke from Lakewood St. Ed's in lane 2. Dominic Nelson. Dominic is from St. Mary's Riken in lane number 3. Kabir Farnham from St. Paul in 4. Justin Trevino from St. Joe's in lane number 5. Cole Grayson from Loyola Blakefield in 6. Ben Weber from Cleveland St. Ignatius in 7. Finley Mitchell from Loyola in 8. Gavin Beard from Georgetown Prep in 9. Have a scratch in lane 8, Finley Mitchell from Loyola. And your leader in lane number 5, Justin Trevino. Come up to the 100 mark. There's Trevino and Kabir Farnham from St. Paul's. Down in lane 1, Jake Fitzgerald from Loyola, also vying for second at this point. Remains the same at the 150. 50 yards to go. Justin Trevino out to a 1 body length lead over Jake Fitzgerald from Loyola. And in third is in lane number 4, Kabir Farnham, trying to hang on to that third place position. He's come to the finish. Justin Trevino, 154.36. Your winner, Jake Fitzgerald, second, 155.99. Third, Kabir Farnham, 157.90. Fourth place is going to go to Cole Grayson from Loyola Blakefield. In lane number 1 and heat number 4, Lucas Longmore from Riken. Bati Savato in lane 2 from Georgetown Prep. Declan Costello from Prep in 3. In lane number 4 would be Wesley Moncton from St. John's. Sam Schock, also from St. John's, in 5. Matthew Hart from Loyola in 6. Georgetown Prep's Charles Esquinet in lane number 7. Henry Scott from Cleveland St. Ignatius in 8. And from St. Paul's, Daniel Costa in 9. Your leader in lane number 4, Wesley Moncton. His teammate, Sam Schock, in second. Third place, lane number 3, Declan Costello from Georgetown Prep. The last 50, it's Moncton, Schlock, and Costello. It is Wesley Moncton, 147.42. His teammate, Sam Schlock, 147.81 for second. Declan Costello, 151.58. Third from Prep. Heat number 5, Brendan Ford for DeMatha, lane number 1. From John Paul, Edward Palomo in lane 2. Thomas Singleton from Gonzaga in 3. Bishop O'Connell's Jackson Bravery in 4. Cole Kangemi from Gonzaga in 5. St. Paul's Nicolay Shearholes in lane number 6. Rex Kimple from St. John's in lane number 7. Ian Schick from Bishop McDevitt in lane number 8, and Gio D. Manicore in lane number 9, also from McDevitt. Your leader in lane number 5, Cole Kangemi, at the 100 split time on that 50, 26:50. Down in lane number 9, Gio Di Manicore in second. Third place, too close to call, 4 swimmers. In fact, the whole field is capable of slipping into third. 1 and 2 remain Kangemi and Di Manicore. The last 25. At the wall, Cole Kangemi, 146.11 from Gonzaga for first. Second was Gio Di Manicore, 150.96. Third, Nicolay Shearhouse, 151.72. Fourth was Edward Palomo, 151.91. Heat number 6, Cole Lewis from Spalding in 1. Matthew Bailey from the high school in 2. Matt Dyer from Loyola in 3. Brennan Ormiston from Ignatius in 4. Andre Teslikoff from St. Paul's in 5. Lakewood St. Edwards has Sam Gibson in 6. Ignatius Brian Ormiston in 7. Louis Espina from St. Paul's in 8. And O'Connell's Keegan Faley in lane number 9. Scratch in lane number 5, that would be Andre Telikov. Your leader down in lane number 3 is Matt Dyer from Loyola Blakefield. Lane 7, Brian Ormiston from Ignatius in second. Third place is Brennan Ormiston from Ignatius. I'm make the big leap here and say they're probably brothers. Maybe twins. They're stroke for second place. Come to the wall. It's Matt Dyer, 147.33. Brendan Ormiston, 148.58. Brian Ormiston, 149.25. Sam Gibson, 149.27. It's your order of finish, 1 through 4. Heat number 7, Salvador Anello from Loyola in lane 1. John Dawson from St. John's in lane 2. St. Joe's, Braden Michaels in 3. Malvern Prep's Brady Gallagher in 4. Kirk Morgan from Gonzaga in 5. Colby Academy has Luke Biddle in lane number 6. Rafa Fontana from Georgetown Prep in 7. DeMatha Christopher Ned in 8. And Andrew Varnanisi from Gates Mill Gilmore Academy in lane number 9. Your leader is lane number 5. That's Kirk Morgan from Gonzaga. Second place, lane number 4, Brady Gallagher from Malvern Prep. The turn at the 100 split was 48-10. That was Kirk Morgan. And he has a body length over Brady Gallagher. On the breakout, in third place at the moment is Braden Michaels from St. Joe's. Last 50. Order remains the same. The battle here really is for second place. Kirk Morgan is going away. He'll finish winning time, 1:40.44. Second place, Braden Michaels touches out, 1:42.65. Brady Gallagher third, 1:43.13. Rafa Fontana from Prep, he's in at fourth, 1:45.38. Heat number 8, Timmy Garber from Trinity in lane number 1. Tim Williams for Spalding in 2. Seaton's Lionel Martinez in 3. O'Connell's Paul Mullen in 4. Spencer Belbot from Loyola in 5. James Kratz from Prep in 6. That's Georgetown Prep. St. Joe's Anthony Vasiloff in 7. Luke Recton from Calvert Hall in 8, and Cooper Lewis from Spalding in 9. Meet record here, set in 2015 by Cole Busey, is 1:38.31. Could be in danger next heat. Right now in lane number 5, it's Spencer Belbot from Loyola. A body length lead over Georgetown Prep's James Kratz as they go into the last 50. Belbot, Kratz, and in third place in lane number 4, that's Paul Mullen from O'Connell. And that's the way they're going to finish. Just not enough pull for any one of these swimmers to catch up. Spencer Belbot, 1:39.60 for first. Second is James Kratz, 1:43.58. Paul Mullen is third, 1:44.56. Lionel Martinez from Seton took fourth, 1:47.27. Final heat will be heat number 9. Pope John the 23rd. Jamison Raynack will be in lane number 1. St. Joe's Robert Noble in 2. Malvern Prep's Ben Gotro in lane number 3. Luke DeFrancisco. Luke is from Columbus, St. Francis. He's in lane number 4. Henry Anstein from Malvern Prep in 5. Jonah Briggs from St. Paul's in 6. Jack Hudo from Malvern in 7, Alexander Abaniwi from DeMatha in 8, and Jason Cobb from Good Counsel in 9. Your leader in lane number 5 is Henry Anstein. His C time, 1:37.86, fastest at the meet. Off the wall in second, on each side of him, Luke DeFrancisco and Jonah Briggs vying for second. Turn for the last 50. Order remains the same. 2-horse race for second place. It's now DeFrancisco in second, Jonah Briggs in third, but it's all Henry Anstein. Go to the wall with a touch. 1:40.15. Does not get the National Catholic record. Luke DeFrancisco is second, 1:42.97. Jonah Briggs third, 1:43.42. We'll move to 6 heats of the 200-yard individual medley. We'll go butterfly back, breasted free in the IM. Lane number 1 from St. John's is Tom Jacobs. Danny James, the Heights School, in lane number 2. O'Connell's Victor Martinez in 3. Austin Bowman from Loyola in 4. Charlie Finn from Georgetown Prep in 5. Oliver Luzar from Calvert Hall in 6. Corbin Beisch from the Heights School in Trinity High School in lane number 7. Benny Budaman from Lakewood in lane number 8, and Harshith Passan from St. Joe's is in lane number 9. Leader up in lane number 1, Tom Jacobs. Jacobs from St. John's. Austin Bowman in second place from Loyola Blakefield as they move over to the breaststroke. And making a move in lane number 3, Victor Martinez from O'Connell, vying for second. Yeah. Leader still lane number 4, Austin Bowman. Second place, it's a 3-swimmer race here. Come to the wall, Austin Bowman, 2:12.71. Second is Oliver Luzar, 2:16.28. Third, Tom Jacobs, 2:16.61. Victor Martinez, 2:16.69. Heat number 2, Danny Salazzo from Georgetown Prep in lane number 1. Heights School's Nicholas Verderisi in lane number 2. Calvert Hall's Caden Trainer in 3. Joseph Anconi, Loyola Blakefield in 4. Asher Corbin Lewis from Bishop McNamara in lane number 5. Brady McQuaid from Loyola in 6. Dominic Judge from Seton in 7. Sahil Patel from Malvern Prep in 8. And Will Schock from St. John's in lane number 9. A scratch in lane number 5, Asher Corbin Lewis. Your leader in lane number 3, that's Caden Trainer from Calvert Hall. Second place, Loyola Blakefield's Brady McQuaid. And down in lane number 2, it's Nicholas Verderisi for third. Into the breaststroke, Verderisi making a move into second place. Still Trainer, Verderisi, and McQuaid. Into the freestyle leg. Remains the same. Late surge down in lane number 1. Danny Salazzo. But it doesn't look like he's going to run down the field. Caden Trainer, 206.02 for first. Nicholas Verderisi second, 209.26. Third was Brady McQuaid, 210.51. And I had Danny Salazzo down in lane number 1, but doesn't look like he touched the touchpad. So get your official results from Meet Mobile. We'll call them as we see them here. Heat number 4, Caleb Murphy from St. Joe's in lane number 1. St. Mary's Luke Hayburn in 2. James Yan from Ignatius in 3. McDevitt's R.J. Duffy in 4. Alexander Jungbluth from DeMatha in 5. Connor Minier from Gonzaga in 6. Dylan Mora from St. Joe's in 7. Brandon Bedestani from Georgetown Prep in 8. And Foster Lynham from Spalding in 9. Cole Morgan from Loyola Blakefield, current leader, lane number 6. Liam McAvenue looks like I gave you the wrong order. According to the scoreboard, we have Ryan Pace, this is Heat 3, Bennett Gangemi in 2, Liam McAvenue in 3, Noah Dollarin in 4, Jack Fuqua in 5, Cole Morgan in 6, Charles Lee in 7, Zach Lanning in 8, and Keegan Murdoch in 9. Your leader in lane number 3 is Liam McAvenue from Calvert Hall. Second is Cole Morgan from Loyola Blakefield. McAvenue 203.22. Cole Morgan 206.26. Third is Bennett Gangemi 207.42. Fourth was Keegan Murdoch 208.04. And now the names I announced. Already for heat number 4, Caleb Murphy in 1 from St. Joe's, Luke Hayburn from St. Mary's in 2, James Yan from Ignatius in 4, in 3, RJ Duffy from McDevitt in 4, Alexander Youngbluth from DeMatha in 5, Connor Minier from Gonzaga in 6, Dylan Mora, St. Joe's in 7, Brandon Medestani from Georgetown Prep in 8, and Foster Lynham from Spalding in 9. And we have a scratch here in lane number 6. Alexander Youngbluth is in the race. Connor Minier is not. Youngbluth is your leader. That's in lane number 5. Second place in lane number 2, Luke Hayburn. Youngbluth, Hayburn, and Yan, your top 3 at the moment. Battle is for 3rd. Come to the wall. Youngbluth, 155.48 for 1st. Second is Luke Hayburn, 159.75. 202.04 for James Yan for 3rd for Ignatius. Heat number 5, Leon Cunningham from Spalding in 1. Joseph Galdagino from St. Joe's in 2. Liam McQuaid from Loyola in 3. Levi Smith from DeMatha in 4. Ignatius Jude Banks in 5. Armand Patel from Malvern in 6. Luke Woodhouse from Gates Mills in 7. Aiden Nordhorn from Mount St. Joe in 8. Nate House from Gonzaga in 9. Your leader in lane number 5, Jude Banks. He's followed by Liam McQuaid as they turn into the breaststroke. Third place is Nordhorn and Levi Smith. Jude Banks from Ignatius going away. Second place, Liam McQuaid from Loyola. Third place is still a battle. Slight lead to Aiden Nordhorn. They come to the wall. Jude Banks, 154.56 for your win. Liam McQuaid second, 157.26. Third is Aiden Nordhorn. His time, 158.92. Fourth is Levi Smith, 159.57. Heat number 6, final heat of the 200 IM. Ian Durham in lane number 1 for Loyola. Gonzaga's George Theed is in 2. Julian Walke from Lakewood in 3. Jack Hamilton from DeMatha in 4. Ignatius Jamison Hung in 5. Jackson Gravel from St. John's in 6. Peyton Knott from Calvert Hall in 7. His teammate Rick Reed in 8. Nicholas DeSopo from St. Paul's in 9. Leader in lane number 5, that's Jamison Hung. Next to him, Jack Hamilton from DeMatha. A three-way battle for third. Move into the breaststroke. Here comes Hamilton climbing up on Hung. They touch together. On the breakout, Hamilton with a slight lead over Hung. Next to that, Jack Gravel for third. Jack Hamilton, a second half swimmer, pulls out to a body length lead over Jamison Hung. Third place, Jack Gravel. Last 25. Your winner, Jack Hamilton, 153.87. Jamison Hung, second, 157.48. Jack Gravel gets in for third, 159.13. Peyton Knott, fourth, 159.24. 21 heats of the 50 free. I won't have time to give you the schools. I'll simply give you the names and give you the finish as the first heat steps up. Lane number 3 is Judah Brooks. 4 is Duke Scorney. Amir Webb in 5, and James Potts in lane number 6. At the turn, James Potts with your lead. He'll come to the wall with a touch. 27.77, Amir Webb second. 28.28, third was Duke Scorney. His time, 28.66. Heat number 2, Luca Salome in 1. Colin Fraunfelter in 2. George Mancinelli in 3. Deshaun Lamb in 4. Patrick Kuris in 5. Ford Collis in 6. Edward Gura in 7. Ben Werbicki in 8. Mac O'Connor in 9. Your finish, Ford Collis, 27.50. George Mancinelli, 28.19. And Deshaun Lamb, 28.49. Heat number 3, Arthur Kuskeli in 1. Owen Cavender in 2. Matthew Bremen in 3, Peter McCrory in 4, Patrick Marshall in 5, Will Stoltz in 6, Coleman Forer in 7, Jack Essig in 8, Kevin O'Malia in lane number 9. Leader in lane number 5, that's Patrick Marshall. At the finish, 26.05 for Marshall. Matthew Brennan, 26.88. And Peter McCrory, 27.14. Heat number 4. Caleb Freehage in lane 1. Finn Matos in lane 2. Jackson McConnell in 3. Jack LaMonica in 4. Ben Fletcher in 5. Landon Haba in 6. Anthony Maria in 7. Liam Rodriguez Mosier in 8. And Matt Cole Placer in 9. Leader to the wall, Ben Fletcher, lane number 5. Winning time, 25.32. Anthony Maria, 25.84 for second. Third was Jack LaMonica, 26.49. Heat number 5. Mike Maher, lane number 1. J.R. Duodes in lane 2. Nate Davis in 3. Benjamin Pierce in 4. Jax Golchus in 5. London Wellington Menzie in 6. Alex Coelho in 7. Clayton Meredith in 8. Gavin Thompson in 9. Leader in lane number 3 is Nate Davis. He'll finish with a winning time of 24.59. Jack Scotches, his time 25.07 for second. Third was London Wellington Menzie, his time 25.53. Heat 6, Alex Bocock in lane 1. Graham Usig in 2, Nick Moline in 3, Henry Berger in 4, Lincoln Huff in 5, Jack Haskell in 6, Derek Thompson in 7, Finley Foran in 8, and Barrett Sly in 9. Your leader in lane number 5, that's Lincoln Huff. The touch, 24.66. For Huff. Jake Harshall, 24.97 for second. And third was lane number 4, Henry Berger. His time, 25.15. Heat 7, Xavier Torringen, lane number 1. Luke Kennedy in 2. Connor Corley in 3. Sam Bedox in 4. Bobby Thielen in 5. Mike Meluzzo in 6, Benjamin McGee in 7, Oliver Stanley in 8, Ethan Caro in 9. Leader in lane number 8 is Oliver Stanley. At the wall, 24.06 for Stanley. Second place, Sam Bedox, 24.48, and third place goes to Benjamin McGee. His time, 24.63. Heat number 8, Austin Seeger in 1, Sam Long in 2, Grady Hunter in 3, Jackson Bravery in 4, Ben Lucas in 5, Jonah Cass in 6, Howard Heinrichs in 7, Charlie Panzica in 8, and Ian Nolette in 9. At the wall, Brady Jackson Bravery, 24.36 for first. Second was Sam Long, 24.68. And third, Charlie Panzica, 24.71. Braden Minitas in heat number 9 in lane number 1. Dan Price in 2. Dwayne Mosley in 3, Mike Thompson in 4, Evan Markovitz in 5, DeClan Foran in 6, Kai Molter in 7, Bennett Dieter in 8, and Michael Zohorchek in lane number 9. And at the finish, lane number 1, Braden Minitas, 24-27. Second was Kai Muller, 24-30. Third was lane number 4, Mike Thompson. His time, 24-78. Heat 10, Peter Johnson in 1, Cirrus Cheng in 2, Luke McAvenue in 3, JJ Sistoni in 4, Carlos Idle in 5, Eric Juan in 6, Nicholas Avalos Resprito in 7, Matt White in 8, Alex Bennett in 9. At the wall, lane number 1, Peter Johnson, 24-06. Second was JJ Sistoni, 24-16. And third, Cirrus Cheng, 24-26. Heat 11, Johannes Shotwell in 1, Ben McCauley in 2, Sebastian Avalos Resprito in 3, Caleb Miller in 4, Greg Bauer in 5, Jackson Funderburk in 6, JJ Stringer in 7, Joachim Dollaran in 8, and Nate Smith in 9. Whole field is together at the touch. Lane 1, Johannes Shotwell, 24-10. Ben McCauley second, 24-34. Third was Sebastian Avalos Resprito. His time, 24-37. Heat 12, Alex Halinsky in lane 1. Jack Herwick in lane number 2. Hidane Hefferin in lane 3. Evan Kao in lane 4. Douglas Ray in 5. Henry Lynch in 6. Marco Orlando in 7. Evan Alger in lane number 8. And Joseph Mills in lane number 9. Leader in lane number 5, that's Douglas Ray. But he's touched out by Joseph Mills in lane number 9, 24-75. Ray was second, 23-85, 1/10 of a second. Third was Marco Orlando, 23-96. Heat 13, Antonio Gonclaves Young in 1, Dominic Judge in 2, MJ Dickerson in 3, Thomas Gatrite in 4, Daniel Lazarev in 5, Parker Gildy in 6, Eli Zapata in 7, Max Chung in 8, and Nathaniel Sangu Briwa in lane number 9. Winner, Eli Sabata, lane number 7, 23-42. Second was Thomas Gastrite, 23-51. Third was Max Chung, 23-60. Heat 14, Charlie Morse in lane number 1, Hunter Sporsik in 2, Alec Werkowski in 3, Thomas Stadelman in 4, Philip Crew Molter in 5, Nick DiTullio in 6, Brooks McKinley in 7, Zachary Foster in 8, and Graham Stewart in 9. Lane number 4, that's Lucas Stadelman, your winner, 23-35. Philip Krumuller in lane number 5, 23-55 for second. Alec Warkowski was third. His time, 23-74. Heat number 15, Thomas Klump in lane 1, Nick Thompson in 2, Charlie Will in 3, Jack O'Hara in 4, Michael Villarreal in 5, Oscar Frazier in 6, Cole Smith in 7, Alton Sates in 8, and Howard Ackelson in lane number 9. Turn it to 25. Lane number 3, Charlie Will. The touch. It is Charlie Will, 23-18. Thomas Klump, 23-33 for second. Third was Luke Cornwell, 23-40. Nope, that in lane number 5 for third. That was Michael Villarreal. Board changed on me too quick. Heat number 16, Drew Jackson in 1, John Rayburn in 2, Jack Lentini in 3, Carter Williams in 4, Jack Cornwell in 5, Leo Jaja in 6, Colton Masterson in 7, Kevin Hall in 8, Dakota Boykin in 9. At the finish, lane 3, it's going to be Jack Lentini, 22-46. Second, Carter Williams, 22-89. And third is John Rayburn. His time, 23-21. Heat 17. Colton Cutright in lane 1. Ben Brown in 2. Omar Lara in 3. Andrew Kelly in 4. Daniel Sockman in 5. Jeffrey Rowe in 6, Andy Acevedo in 7, Bradley Warner in 8, and Timmy Hansen in 9. At the wall, Omar Lara, 22-61, your winner. Andy Acevedo second, 22-77. Jeffrey Rowe, 23-06. Heat 18, Hunter Gallo in 1, Graham Rowan in 2, Matthew Murdry in 3, Max Rose in 4, Aiden Malky in 5, Dominic Kazimios in 6, Luke Potts in 7, Jermaine Worthen in 8, and James Kinsella in 9. Well, in the breakout, lane number 5 is Aiden Malky. He will touch first, 21-57. Hunter Gallo second, 21-62. And Graham Rowan third, 22-06. Heat number 19, Jack Wiggins in 1. Jackson Tovernick in lane 2, Ian Keemack in 3, PJ Korwitz in 4, Seamus Rooney in 5, Chris Saxon in 6, Jeremiah Jermosin in 7, Dylan Melendick in 8, and William Lepre in lane number 9. The touch in lane number 4, PJ Korwitz, 21-16. Second was Chris Saxon, 21-39. And Seamus Rooney was third. His time, 21-73. Heat number 20. Jimmy Fiore in lane number 1. Abraham Watts in 2. Gabe Hansen in 3. Billy Beck in 4. Andrew Vanis in 5. Patrick Fisher in 6, Johnny Hughes in 7, Ari Jenkins in 8, Then Joseph Shotwell in 9. And we're going to have a officials conference before this heat. They will talk about a possible disqualification. And it looks like one of the swimmers is being disqualified. You can get your final results on Meet Mobile. Heat number 20. And the breakout on the 25 turn has lane number 4 as your leader, Billy Beck. Andrew Vanas actually touches him out, 21:01. Billy Beck second, 21:17. Third is Gabe Hansen, 21:47. The final heat of prelims, Gray Hersey in 1, J.D. Lilius in 2, Anthony Vasilov in 3, Selim Erickson in 4, Thor Johansson in 5, Jonathan Richardson in 6, Isaac Rivers in 7, Josiah Garber in 8, and Trip Thomas in 9. The meet record is 20:33. At the wall, it is 20:44 for Thor Johansson. Just missing it. We'll maybe see it at finals. It's Selim Erickson for second. And Jonathan Richardson for third. And we'll have a 10-minute break. I certainly could use it. I hope you've enjoyed the first part of this afternoon session. We'll be back to you in about 10 minutes. Thank you. We'll leave the camera on the pool and the sound down. Thank you. And we come back here to our live action. And we start up again in event number 10, the boys 100-yard butterfly. There are 8 heats. In lane number 2, Thomas Mulhern from Ireton. In lane number 2, Jacob O. from Gonzaga in 3. Bishop McNamara's Joshua Harris in 4. Alex Bennett from Loyola in 5. Maxwell Sastry from Trinity in 6. Pope John Paul James Bagiorno in lane number 7. On Arthur Kuskeli in lane number 8. Your winner, Alex Bennett, 101.99. Second place, James Bongiumo, 107.19. And third, Arthur Kuskeli, 108.53. Heat number 2, Nick Avalos Respredo in lane number 1 from Good Counsel. Mike Thompson from Riken in lane number 2. Peter Johnson from Ireton in 3. Jorge Yepes from St. Paul in 4. Philip Krumolter from O'Connell in 5. Joachim Dolaran from St. Paul in 6. Jack Herwick from Seton in 7. London Wellington Menzie from John Paul in 8. And Lincoln George from Georgetown Prep in 9. Your leader in lane number 5, that's Philip Krumolter. His winning time, 56.01. Second place, Lincoln George, 58.91. And third, Nick Avalos Respredo, 101.01. Heat number 3, Liam McAvenue in 1. Noah Monestri in lane number 2. Sahil Patel in 3. Ben McGee in 4. Sears Cheng in 5. Ben McGee from the high school. Sears Cheng from St. Paul's in 5. Casey LaRue from Lakewood in 6. Pete Sheehy from O'Connell in 7. Tommy Woodruff. Tommy is from Columbus St. Francis in 8. And Barrick Sly from Malvern in lane number 9. Your leader is currently lane number 6, KC LaRue. Liam McAvenue down in lane number 1, also fighting for the lead here as they come to the wall. It is Liam McAvenue, 56.63. KC LaRue, 57.17 for second. And third, Benjamin McGee, 57.67. Heat number 4, Ethan Azena from St. Joe's in 1. Dakota Boykin from DeMatha in 2. Matthew Tofalan from Georgetown in 3. Teddy Sinclair, Loyola in 4. Matthew Hart in 5 from Loyola. Jack Kozlowski from Trinity in 6. Sam Belenke from Lakewood in 7. Justin Trevino from St. Joe's in 8. And Nathan Sweeney from Bishop McDevitt in lane number 9. Battle in the middle of the pool. 2 Loyola swimmers, Hart and Sinclair, come to the wall. Matthew Hart, 56.89. Teddy Sinclair, 56.91. Third place is Justin Trevino, 57.12. Heat number 5, John Rayburn, Gonzaga in 1. Oscar Frazier, Loyola in 2. Robert Noble from St. Joe's in 3. Colton Turner from Cardinal O'Hara in lane number 4. Howard Ackelson from St. Joe's in 5. Brian Ormiston from Cleveland St. Ignatius in 6. Jeremiah Gormosen from Good Counsel in 7. Thor Johansson from Ignatius in 8. And Gonzaga's Alex Spooner in 9. Thor Johansson from Ignatius down in lane number 8, your leader. He's followed by Jeremiah Germosen. Johansson's winning time, 51.74. Germosen second, 53.55. Third is Ormiston, Brian, 55.09. Lane number 1, Cooper Zakorchemny. Let's try that again. Cooper Zakorchemny from Good Counsel in 1. Dylan Mellendick from Calvert Hall in 2. James Yan from Ignatius in 3. Malvern Prep's Alex DeVries in lane number 4. Griffin Oler from Georgetown Prep in 5. Lionel Martinez, Seton in 6. Tim Mihawk from Loyola in 7. Wesley Moncton from St. John's in 8. And his teammate Sam Schock in 9. The meet record is held by Ryan Brannon from 2022. That time is 48.47. Winning time, Griffin Oler, 49.01. Kurt Morgan second, 52.39. Aiden Malky, 53.06 for third. Heat number 7, Aubrey Henderson in 1 from Spalding. Connor Tejan from Gilmore Academy in 2. Aiden Malky from Ignatius in 3. Kirk Morgan from Gonzaga in 4. Alexander Jeanbluth from DeMatha in 5. George Theed from Gonzaga in 6. Julian Walke from Lakewood in 7. Keegan Faley from O'Connell in 8. And Charles Esquine from Georgetown Prep in lane number 9. Winner Alexander Jeanbluth, 49.41. Kirk Morgan second, 49.43. And in third was Aiden Malky, 52. Malky in lane number 3, 52.25. Lane number 1 is Aiden Nordhorn, Mount St. Joe. 2 is Timmy Garber, Trinity. 3 is Archie Makepeace, Gonzaga. Selim Erickson DeMatha in 4. Zach Kush in 5 from Immaculata. Jonathan Richardson from Malvern in 6. Will Rosenthal Spalding in 7. Brendan Rump from Georgetown Prep in 8. And Thiago Martinez Seton in 9. Your winner is Zach Kush, 47-34. He breaks the 100 fly National Catholic record in prelims here today. And he's only a half a second off the pool record held by none other than Michael Phelps in 2003. So maybe tomorrow Zach Kush can push for the pool record. Second place was Jacqueline Garce, 51-62. And third was George Marcinelli, 52-82. Next up, the 100 freestyle. Tommy Selesky, St. Joe's, lane number 1. Amir Webb. Amir from Pittsburgh Central in lane number 2. George Massinelli from Gonzaga in 3. Jacqueline Garce from St. Joe's in 4. Jacob Sierra from Bishop McDevitt in 5. Mac O'Connor from Gonzaga in 6. Teammate Duke Scorney in 7. And Jashawn Lamb from Pittsburgh Central is in lane number 8. Your leader, Mac O'Connor from Gonzaga. Winning time, 103.41. Amir Webb, 105.77 for second. And George Massinelli, 107.21. Heat number 2, Patrick Curris from John Paul in 1. Luca Salome from Gonzaga in 2. Columbus St. Francis, Owen Cavender in 3. Caven O'Malia from Lakewood in 4. Pope John the 23rd. James Bongiorno in lane 5. Nick Hassenbowler from Bishop McDevitt in 6. Patrick Marshall from Pittsburgh Catholic in 7. Edward Gura from Gonzaga in 8. And St. Joe's Patrick Kerman in lane number 9. Leader in lane number 7, that's Patrick Marshall from Pittsburgh Catholic. He'll touch at the wall, 59-32. Second, James Bongiamo, 101.77. He got third. Caven O'Malia was second, 101.89, or 69. Heat number 3, Graham Usig from Pope John the 23rd in lane number 1. Peter McCory from Gonzaga in 2. Bishop McNamara has Dwayne Mosley in 3. Liam Rodriguez-Mosier from Georgetown Prep in 4. Lakewood's Clayton Meredith in 5. Jonah Cass from St. John's in 6. From Pope John, Alex Coelho in 7, and Jacob Luchansky in 8, and Merrick Tarver from Lakewood in 9. Leader is in lane number 6. That's Jonah Cass. But coming on, some other swimmers, and at the touch, Jonah does out-touch 58-28. Second was Rodriguez Mosier, his time 58-36. And third was J.R. Dudes, 58-75. Nope, I'm sorry. There was Dwayne Mosley that was third at 58-75. Our scoreboard here changes almost immediately after the touch, so sometimes I have to refer back to the score sheets. Heat number 4, Bennett Dieter in lane 1 for Loyola. Ireton's Tyler Turner in 2. J.R. Duides is from St. John's in 3. Bobby Thielen from Georgetown Prep in 4. Nick Moline, Gonzaga in 5. Matt Colclaser from Malvern Prep in 6. Mike Maher from Ireton in 7. Anthony Maria from St. Joe's in 8. And Kai Moulter from O'Connell in 9. Winning time is Kai Moulter, 55-35. Second place was lane number 1, Bennett Dieter. His time, 56-20. Third place went to lane number 5, and that was Nick Moline. His time, 58-18. Heat number 5, Luke Kennedy from Ireton in 1. Spalding's Eli Zapata in 2. Carlos Idle in 3. Trinity's Matt White in 4, Jack O'Hara from Loyola in 5, Zachary Foster from St. John's in 6, Gregory Bauer from Seton in 7, Alex Bocock from St. John's in 8, and Howard Heinrichs from Ireton in 9. And at the wall, lane number 6, Zachary Foster, 53-33. Jack O'Hara, 53-68 for second. And Matt White, 54-37 for third. Heat number 6, Charlie Panzica from Gates Mills in lane 1. Marco Orlando from Pope John in lane 2. Sebastian Avalos Raspido from Good Counsel in 3. Hayden Heffernan from Georgetown in 4. Xavier Turgeon, also from Georgetown Prep, in 5. Ben McCauley from Gates Mills in 6. The high schools, Nicholas Verderisi in 7. Evan Kao from Coward Hall in 8, and Ben Lucas from St. Paul's in 9. And at the wall, Nicholas Verderisi, his winning time 52.92. Second is Marco Orlando His time 53:24, and third, lane number 6, is Ben McCauley. His time 53:88. Lane number 1 is Jermaine Worthen, Bishop O'Connell. In lane number 1, Alton Sates, Calvert Hall is in 2. Graham Stewart from Gonzaga in 3. Caleb Miller from St. John's in 4. Gavin Halsey from Loyola in 5. Maximus Chung from Cleveland St. Ignatius in 6. John Eschman from high school in 7. Eric Wan in 8 from Georgetown Prep. And Zane Matarus from Good Counsel in 9. Your leader down in lane number 1, Jermaine Worthen from O'Connell, 48.97. Second place, Gavin Halsey, 51.73. And Max Chung was third, 51.96. Heat number 8, Aiden Price for Loyola in 1. Brooks McKinley from Spalding in 2. Pete Sheehy from O'Connell in 3. Luke McAvenue, Calvert Hall in 4. Nick DiTullio from Malvern in 5. Alex Rowe from St. Paul's in 6. Drew Jackson from Gonzaga in 7. MJ Dickerson from Bishop McNamara in 8. And Nick Thompson from St. Mary's in Riken in 9. At the 50, and the turn, it is lane number 6. Alex Rowe with the lead over lane 1, Aiden Price in lane number 1. At the wall, Alex Rowe, 51.83. Your winner, Aiden Price, second, 52.71. And third was Pete Sheehy, 53.99. Heat number 9, Daniel Costa from St. Paul's in 1. Hunter Sporsic from Trinity in 2. Nathan Sweeney from Bishop McDevitt in 3. Ryan Panzica from Gates Mills in 4. Thomas Klump from the high school in 5. DJ McGee in lane number from Ignatius in lane number 6. Kabir Farnham from St. Paul's in 7. Michael Zahorchik from Seton in 8. And Andy Acevedo from St. Paul's in 9. Come to the wall, too close to call. 3 swimmers at the touch. It's Andy Acevedo, 51.65. Your winner, Thomas Klump, second, 51.97. And third was Kabir Farnham. His time, 52.09. Heat number 10, Alec Warkowski from Good Counsel in 1. Daniel Lazarev from St. Joe's in 2. Charlie Morris from Ireton in 3. Noah Monastery from Malvern in 4. His teammate John Russo in 5. Henry Lynch from Calvert Hall in 6. Loyola's Charlie Will in 7. Colton Cutright from Gates Mills in 8. And Miles Moon from Loyola in 9. At the turn down to lane number 1, Alec Warkowski is your leader. The field is all bunched together for second. And now climbing up on first will be at the touch. Charlie Will, Loyola, 51.63. Alec Warkowski, 51.67 for second. And third was John Russo, 51.91. Heat 11, Noah Dallaran from St. Paul's in 1. Colby Kaminsky from Calvert Hall in 2. Nicholas DeSopo from St. Paul's in 3. Omar Lara from Bishop McDevitt in 4. Giovanni Pianca from Ignatius in 5. Andrew Kelly from St. Paul's in 6. Nate Davis from Georgetown Prep in 7. Jimmy Fiore from Calvert Hall in 8. And Ryan Pace from Columbus St. Francis in lane number 9. Lane number 4, that's Omar Lara. Slight lead over lane 2, Colby Kaminsky. At the wall, it will be Omar Lara, 50.38. Second was Giovanni Pianca, 51.01. And third was Colby Kaminsky, 51.20. Heat 12, Casey LaRue for Lakewood in 1. St. Paul's, Louis Espina in 2. David Stanley for Spalding in 3. Brendan Ormiston from Ignatius in 4. James Kinsella from O'Connell in 5. Ian Schick from Bishop McDevitt in 6. Edward Palomo from John Paul in 8 and 7. Carter Williams from Spalding in 8. And Bradley Warner from Bishop McDevitt in 9. Your leaner into the 50 turn, lane number 4, Brendan Ormiston from Ignatius. His lead over lane 8, Carter Williams. It is Brendan Ormiston, 49.89. Second was Carter Williams, 50.02. Third is Ian Schick. His time, 50.91. Heat number 13, James Fairbank from Calvert Hall in 1. Sam Gibson from Lakewood in 2. St. John's John Dawson in 3. James Kratz from Georgetown in 4. Billy Beck from Malvern in 5. Jonathan Lombardo from DeMatha in 6. Teammate Ari Jenkins in 7. Good Counsel's Jason Cobb in 8. And William LaPrey from high school in lane number 9. Your leader, lane number 5, that's Billy Beck. Second place is James Kratz. On the breakouts, the two in the middle of the pool. And that's how they're going to finish. It'll be Billy Beck, your winner, 46.65. James Kratz, 47.27. Third place goes to lane number 1, James Fairbank, 48.04. Heat number 14, lane number 1, Jack Wiggins, Mount St. Joe. Patrick Fisher from Gonzaga in 2. Abraham Watts from DeMatha in 3. Teammate Jordan Vaughn in lane number 4. Henry Anstein from Malvern Prep in 5. J.D. DeLellis in lane number 6 from the Heights School. Matthew Alvarez from Father Lopez is in lane number 7. Jack Lentini from Ireton in 8. And Pittsburgh Catholics, Dominic Conzemius in lane number 9. The touch at the wall, Henry Anstein, 48-19. Second place, J.D. Delilius, he's 48-19. Anstein was 46-53. Third was Jordan Vaughn, 48-23. And heat number 15, lane number 1 from Spalding, Tim Williams. 2 is Isaac Rivers from St. Paul's. Cody Wynn from Spalding in 3. PJ Korwitz from Gates Mills in 4. Andrew Vanis from Georgetown Prep in 5. Cole Kangemi from Gonzaga in 6. Gray Hersey from DeMatha in 7. Luke Recton from Calvert Hall in 8. And Johnny Hughes from Georgetown Prep in 9. Leader coming to the wall, lane number 5, Andrew Vanis, winning time 45-90. Second, PJ Korwitz, 46-85. Third was Cole Kangemi, 47-17. And now we'll move to the 500 free. We have 6 heats of the 500. We'll start off with John Paul's Javier Palomo in lane number 4. E.J. Caldwell from St. John's in lane number 5. And Maxwell Sastry from Trinity in lane number 6. And we'll turn the sound down and we'll keep the view of the pool for the 500s. We'll take a break on the audio and come back to you. Right now, E.J. Caldwell in the lead. Javier Palomo second, and Maxwell Sastry is third. And we're finishing up heat number 2, where we had Oliver Lazar from Calvert Hall, Finley Foran from DeMatha, Dominic Nelson from St. Mary's Riken, Good Counsels Luke Elsaway, Noah Stanchik from Lakewood, Finley Mitchell from Loyola, and Charlie Walker. Luke Eshaway was your winner. Second was Dominic Nelson, and third was Finley Foran. Sorry for the break in that. We had to take care of some technical difficulties with the links, and everything should be back in order for a couple of our viewers. 99% of our viewers are up and flying just well. We're now in heat number 6, where we have Henry Scott from Ignatius in lane number 1, Jax Golchus from Gonzaga in 2, Joseph Anconi from Loyola in 3, his teammate Jake Fitzgerald in 4, John Stubner from Gonzaga in 5, Gates Mills Patrick Conway in 6, Cole Grayson from Loyola in 7, Teddy Pryor from St. John's in 8, and St. Mary's Riken Lucas Longmore in 9. Out to a start where lane number 5, John Stubner, is your leader. We will again keep the video on, turn the sound down, and come back to you at the end of the race. Thank you. And the bell lap was given. And coming to the finish is lane number 5. That's John Stubner. Winning time, 5:01.62. Jake Fitzgerald from Loyola was second, 5:02.83. Third, Teddy Pryor, 5:04.12 from St. John's. Fourth was Joseph Anconi. And fifth was Lucas Longmore. Lane assignments for heat number 4. Foster Lynham from Spalding in 1. DeClan Costello from Georgetown in 2. Andrew Varnese from Gates Mills in 3. Connor Minier from Gonzaga in 4. Paul Mullen from O'Connell in 5. Matt Dyer from Loyola in 6. Patrick Fry from St. John's in 7. Daniel Fry in 8. And Will Schock, all from St. John's, in 9. We will back to you shortly. Enjoy the race. Thank you. And they come to the finish. Paul Mullen is your winner, 4:37.44. Mullen from O'Connell. Second place went to Declan Costello from Prep, 4:54.29. Third, Patrick Fry, 4:54.61. Fourth was Andrew Varnanisi. And fifth was Matt Dyer. We did have a scratch in there. That was Connor Minier from Gonzaga. So we move to heat number 5. Baute Salvato from Georgetown in lane number 1. Nikolai Shearholz from St. Paul's in lane number 2. Christopher Ned from DeMatha in 3. Luke Biddle from Colby in 4. Spencer Belmont from Loyola in 5. Jonah Briggs from St. Paul's in 6. Kaz Reeves from DeMatha in 7. Andre Teslakov from St. Paul's in 8. And Teddy Sinclair from Loyola in 9. And you know the drill by now, and so we will be back to you for the finish of the race in just a few moments. And your winner, Spencer Belmont from Loyola, 4:37.03. Second place goes to Jonah Briggs, 4:42.94. Third place is Luke Biddle, 4:47.49. Fourth is Kaz Reeves, 4:51.15. Heat number 6 be the final heat of the boys' event number 14, 500 freestyle. Brendan Ford from DeMatha in lane 1. Matthew Bailey from the Heights School in 2. Cole Lewis from Spalding in 3. Brady Gallagher from Malvern Prep in 4. Cooper Zacher-Chemney from Good Counsel in 5. Ben Gotro from Malvern in 6. Spalding's Cooper Lewis in 7. Teddy Turner will be in lane number 8. And in lane number 9, Gio DeManicore rounds out our field for heat number 6. Brady Turner, lane number 8. He's from Cardinal O'Hara. Cardinal O'Hara. One of 4 swimmers from Cardinal O'Hara here at the meet. Male swimmers, that is. They have 5 women as well. Your leader, Brady Gallagher, in lane number 4 from Malvern. Cooper Zacher-Chemney in lane number 5 from Good Counsel in 2nd. And we'll watch the splits here on the final 500. I'll let you know if anyone is widening the gaps between themselves. Looks like Zacher-Chemney going to go and touch just before Gallagher. Split time 28:09, ahead of 28:67 for Gallagher on the last 50. Third place, down in lane number 8, is Brady Turner from O'Hara. Splits on that 50, 27.91 for Zacher-Chemney, and Gallagher was 29.01. So Zacher-Chemney now creating a lead, and closing is Brady Turner on second place. His split time 28.77. And we'll check on Brady Turner to see if he has gained any on Gallagher. Gallagher at 29.42. Turner at 28.83. So half a second he's made up. So he also trying to close in on second place. Zacher-Chemney pulling away a bit. This split, Zacher-Chemney 28.13. Gallagher 29.35, and Brady Turner 28.83. So another couple tenths of a second made up. And maybe on this turn, Brady Turner will take it over second place. Looks very close. At this 50, the turn. 29.53 for Gallagher, 28.81 for Turner. We'll look straight down the line here, and it looks like they're both together going into the bell lap. Cooper Zakachemny's not going to be caught. But the question is, second place, Brady Turner, slight lead over Brady Gallagher. The sprint to the end. And it looks like Zakachemny, Turner, and Gallagher, your three finishers. And that's how it's going to turn out. Zakachemny 4:37.44, Brady Turner 4:42.73, and Brady Gallagher 4:44.51. Ben Gautreau was fourth, 4:49.86, and fifth was Cole Lewis. It's now time for the 200-yard freestyle relay. All B relays in heat number 1 of 5. In lane number 1, Calvert Hall. Lane 2, Bishop Ireton. Gonzaga in 3. St. Joe's in 4. St. Ed's in 5. Bishop McDevitt in 6. Spalding in 7. The Heights in 8. And Good Counsel in 9. Leaders in lane number 7 is Spalding at the moment. Down in lane number 2 for second is Calvert Hall. So it's Spalding, Calvert Hall, and the Heights for third. But Good Counsel making a move on the Heights. And they bring it home. It's going to be Archbishop Spalding. Winning time, 1:34.75. Second place is Calvert Hall, 1:37.51. Third place goes to Good Counsel, 1:42.62. And fourth to the Heights, 1:42.75. Heat number 2 will have Seton in lane number 1, Gilmore Academy in 2, Bishop O'Connell in 3, Ignatius in 4, Pope John in lane number 5, DeSales in 6, Trinity in 7, Riken in 8, and St. John's in 9. B relays for 1 through 4, Seton, Gilmore, O'Connell, and Ignatius, and St. John's in 9. A relays for Pope John, DeSales, Trinity, and Riken in 4, 5, 6, and 7. Make that 5, 6, 7, and 8. Each swimmer swimming a 50, all freestyle. Lane 4, your leader is Ignatius. And then the rest of the field is clumped together. Ignatius with a body length lead. Lane 6, DeSales, second place. Third place, 4 teams vying for it. Seton, Gilmore, Trinity, and Riken. Second place now in play. Your winner, Ignatius, 131.08. Trinity slips into second, 135.55. Third is Gilmore, 136.58. Heat number 3, Georgetown Prep B in 1. Bishop McDevitt in 2, they're A. Gilmore's A in 3. The Heights A in 4. Good Counsel's A in 5. Malvern Prep's B in 6. St. Ed's A in 1 and 7. O'Hara's A in 8. And St. Paul's B in lane number 9. Leader at the moment, lane number 6. That's Malvern Prep. Now lane 5, Good Counsel with the lead. Coming up in lane number 2, Bishop McDevitt for second. Third swimmer in, Good Counsel. He's getting tracked down now. Lead's about to change on the turn. Taken over by the Heights. The Heights and Bishop McDevitt to the anchors. Everybody in the water simultaneously. The Heights. The Heights and McDevitt on the turn. It's McDevitt down in lane number 2 to the wall. Bishop McDevitt, 129.82. The Heights, 130.04. Third is St. Ed's, 130.44. In heat number 4, in lane number 1, Mount St. Joe, they're A. Seton's A in 2. Spalding's A in 3. Malvern Prep's A in 4. Gonzaga's A in 5. DeMatha's B in 6. Loyola's A in 7. And Pittsburgh Catholic's A in lane number 8. Your leader, lane number 5, Gonzaga's A. At the touch, in the water together, Malvern Prep and Gonzaga. Gonzaga with a slight lead down in lane number 1, Mount St. Joe's A as well. Gonzaga and Malvern Prep, 1-2, Mount St. Joe 3. Third swimmer in. Malvern Prep, their swimmer with a big windmill stroke, straight armed. Going to take over the lead with it. Touch into the water. Anchor swimmers. It is Malvern Prep's A over Gonzaga. Third place still in question. 1-2 though is going to be Malvern Prep and Gonzaga. Third place will go to Loyola Blakefield. Winning time was 1:25.54. Second place, Gonzaga, 1:26.19. Third, Loyola, 1:30.23. Final heat, heat number 5. St. John's A in 1. These are all A. Bishop O'Connell in 2. Ignatius in 3. DeMatha in 4. Georgetown Prep in 5. Coward Hall in 6. St. Paul's in 7. St. Joe's in 8. And Bishop Ireton in 9. Leader in lane number 3, Ignatius. DeMatha in 4 in second place. Exchange. Ignatius, body length lead over DeMatha, who has a body length over Georgetown Prep. That gap is shortened, 1 and 2. Up to the hip. But it's still Ignatius to the anchors in the water. Back out to a body length. 1, 2, 3. Ignatius, DeMatha, and Georgetown. And not enough pull to change that today. It's going to be Ignatius. The winning time, 1:25.47. DeMatha, 1:26.36. And third is 1:26.69. That's Georgetown Prep. We'll see how this plays out tomorrow in the championship finals. Next up, the boys 100-yard backstroke, event number 18. Patrick Kerman from St. John's in St. Joe's in lane number 3. Jacob Luchansky from Pittsburgh. Pope John Paul. Excuse me again. Pope John the 23rd in lane number 4. And then Aiden Campersoni from Bishop McDevitt in lane number 5. 100-yard backstroke. There's going to be 11 heats of the backstroke. Your leader, Jacob Lubchansky, Pope John the 23rd. Touches, 1:16.67. Patrick Kerman, Second, 1:17.24. And third, Aiden Campersoni. His time, 1:18.43. Heat number 2, St. Joe's Matthew Bremen in 1. Ireton's Benjamin Pierce in 2. Harshith Passam from St. Joe's in 3. Corbin Beish from Trinity in 4. Javier Palomo from John Paul in 5. Landon Haba from Lakewood in 6. Jack LaMonica from Gonzaga in 7. And Coleman Forer from Ireton in 8. Your leader in lane number 5 is Javier Palomo. Split time was 32:50. Hey there. How are you? Good. Actually, in the middle of broadcast. And in heat number 3, Gavin Beard from Georgetown Prep in 1. Lakewood's Noah Stachnik in lane 2. Peter Zemek from Heights in 3. JJ Stringer from St. John's in 4. 5 is Lincoln George from Georgetown Prep. Tommy Hansen from Good Counsel in 6. Mike Maluzzo from Gonzaga in 7. His teammate Henry Berger in 8. Leader is Peter Zemek. No, Peter Zemek is a scratch in lane number 3. Your leader is in lane number 5, and that's Lincoln George as he comes to the wall. Winning time, 1:01.03. Second was Noah Stachnik, his time 1:02.1, and JJ Stringer 1:02.53 in lane number 4 for third. Heat 4, Nate Smith from Calvert Hall in lane number 1. Braden in lane number 2, Braden Minitas from Gates Mills. Jorge Yepes from St. Paul's in 3. Asher Corbin Lewis from Bishop McNamara in 4. Gonzaga's Thomas Gastright in 5. Abhinav Gali from Trinity in 6. Ian Nolette from Spalding in 7. And Raphael Tenney from the high school in lane number 8. Lane number 5 is your leader, Thomas Gastright. The split time, 28:09. Another scratch in lane number 4 Corbin Lewis. Second place down in lane number 2 is Braden Minotas. They'll come to the wall. Gastrite, 59.65. Minotas, 100.56. Third place was Abhinav Gali, 102.13. Heat number 5, Zane Mataruse, lane number 1. John Eschman in 2. Aiden Price in 3. That's Good Counsel, Heights, and Loyola. And then for O'Connell, Victor Martinez in 4. Caleb Frihaj from DeMatha in 5. Giovanni Pianca from Cleveland St. Ignatius in 6. Austin Bowman from Loyola in 7. St. Paul's Antonio Gonclaves Young is in lane number 8. First turn, the field all pretty much together. Less than a body length separates everyone. At the turn, Austin Bowman from Loyola, 28.65 was the split, was your leader. All the rest in the low 29s. Giovanni Pianca was second. Austin Bowman now with a body length lead over Pianca as they come to the wall. The touch, Bowman 58.56. Pianca 100.15. And third place was Mataruse, 100.49. Heat number 6, Charlie Finn from Georgetown Prep in 1. DJ McGee from Ignatius in 2. Luke Alashe from Good Counsel in 3. Tommy Woodruff from Columbus St. Francis in 4. Nathaniel Sangu Briwa from St. Vincent Pallotti in 5. Joseph Mills from Gonzaga in 6. St. John's Tom Jacobs in 7. And Ignatius Ben Weber in 8. Your leader in lane number 2, DJ McGee from Ignatius. Split time 28-21. 28.64 was Tom Jacobs in lane number 7 for second. And the turn for home. And it remains McGee up in lane number 2. And down in lane number 7, Jacobs, 1-2 coming to the wall. Touch, and it'll be Jacobs, 59.30. McGee, 59.47. And third place to Sangu Briwa, 59.66. Heat number 7, Oliver Stanley from Calvert Hall in 1, Aubrey Henderson Spalding in 2, Matthew Mudry from Ignatius in 3, Caleb Murphy from St. Joe's in 4, Thomas Singleton from Gonzaga in 5, Caden Trainer from Calvert Hall in 6, Ethan Azenha from St. Joe's in 7, and John Stubner from Gonzaga in 8. And the field's going to touch pretty much together Leader maybe in lane number 6, 27.92 on the split for Caden Trainer. Only swimmer under 28. Everyone else at 28. Trainer extends a bit more as they head to the wall. Also lane number 4, Caleb Murphy for second. Trainer 57.43. Caleb Murphy 58.21. And third, Matthew Mudry 58.72. Heat number 8 for O'Connell, Keegan Murdoch in lane number 1. Jack Gravel from St. John's in lane number 2. Check that. St. John's is correct. From Seton, it's Thiago Martinez in 3. Rafa Fontana from Georgetown Prep in 4. Patrick Conway from Gates Mills in 5. Rex Kimple from St. John's in 6. Alex Rowe from St. Paul's in 7. And Miles Moon from Loyola in lane number 8. At the 50, lane number 2, Jack Gravel, 25.92. 26.13 for Rafa Fontana, lane number 4. Rafa Fontana at the wall, winning time 53.23. Jack Gravel second, 53.77. Third's going to go to Thiago Martinez, 56.55. Heat number 9. Lane number 1, Colton Turner from O'Hara. Tim Mihawk from Loyola in 2. St. Joe's Dylan Mora in 3. Seamus Rooney from DeMatha, 4. 5 is Will Rosenthal from Spalding. 6 is Liam McQuaid from Loyola. 7 is Calvert Hall's Peyton Knott. Brendan Rump from Georgetown Prep is in lane number 8. At the touch, at the 50, Will Rosenthal, 25-26 on the split. Coming out of the breakout, lane number 6 is Liam McQuaid from Loyola. He'll take it to the wall. 52-17 for your winner. Seamus Rooney, 52.47 is second, and Will Rosenthal third, 52.67. Heat 10, Jamison Raynack from Pittsburgh Catholic in 1. Brady Turner from O'Hara in lane number 2. Alex DeVries from Malvern in 3. Ian Keemack from Ignatius in 4. Jordan Vaughn from DeMatha in 5. Jackson Torvernick from Gonzaga in 6. Jack Fuqua from Ireton in 7. And Luke Hayburn from St. Mary's in lane number 8. Middle of the pool, lane number 4, Ian Keemack, your leader at the 50. Split time, 24:47. He'll bring it to the wall. Winning time, 50.88. Second place, Alex DeVries, 52.74. Third place goes to Jackson Tvornik. His time, 52.87. Final heat, heat number 11 for the backstrokers. Alexander Ababiyi from DeMatha in 1. Gabe Hansen from Georgetown Prep in 2. Archie Makepeace from Gonzaga in 3. Jamison Hong from Ignatius in 4. Braden Michaels from St. Joe's in lane number 5. Jack Hudo from Malvern Prep in 6. Graham Rowan from O'Connell in 7. And Armand Patel from Malvern in 8. And coming off the wall, lane number 4, Jamison Hong. Ignatius with the lead. Record here, National Catholics, set by Joey Hayburn in 2023, 47-61. Way out is Jamison Hong. He won't hit that mark, but he'll be maybe under 50. He is 49.87 for Jamison Hong. Second place, Braden Michaels, 52.54. And third place in lane number 2, that went to Gabe Hansen. His time, 52.86. Next event, event number 20, the boys 100-yard breaststroke. The last individual event in this session. 9 heats. Judah Brooks in lane number 3 from Bishop McDevitt. Tommy Selesky from St. Joe's in 4. James Potts from Lakewood in 5. Ben Werbicki from McDevitt in 6, and his teammate Jacob Serra from McDevitt in lane number 7. In lane number 5, that's James Potts from Lakewood. Split time 38.25. Your leader. Your winner, James Potts from Lakewood, 121.14. Tommy Selesky from St. Joe's, 122.76. And Judah Brooks, 125.33. We have a spectator with a bell that's been going all day long and just went nonstop in that heat. I need to identify the team. Just interesting. Noisemakers at swim meets don't seem to resonate real well with those of us that have been around for 40 years. Heat number 2. And it doesn't resonate well with my camera person either. Giving her a headache. Well, back to the action. Heat number 2. Finn Matos in Lakewood in lane number 1. Jackson McDonald from the high school in 2. E.J. Caldwell from St. John's in 3. Patrick Kay from Seton in 4. Sam Bedox from Ignatius in 5. Jacob O., Gonzaga in 6. Tyler Turner, Ireton in 7. Dan Price in 8 from Loyola. And Ford Collis from St. John's in lane number 9. Your leader in lane number 4, Patrick Ray. He's ahead of Sam Brooks and E.J. Caldwell. As they come to the wall, it is Patrick K., 109.18. Sam Bedox, 111.44. And third, E.J. Caldwell, 111.63. Heat number 3, Jackson Funderburk from Gonzaga in 1. Danny James from High School in 2. Alex Halatiski from St. Paul's in 3. Benny Budaman from Lakewood in 4. Gavin Halsey from Loyola in 5. Douglas Ray from DeMatha in 6. Teammate Johannes Shotwell in 7. And Evan Markovitz, Good Counsel in 8. Ethan Caro from St. Joe's in 9. And you could probably hear on the broadcast that the bell is back. And I'm seeing it's either Lakewood or the Heights School. And a scratch in lane number 3, Alex Aliski. From St. Paul's. We'll do a process of elimination on the bell. I'm thinking, and I'm seeing the Heights School and Lakewood. We'll see. Your leader in lane number 5 from Loyola, that's Gavin Halsey. Your winner, 106.97. Benny Budaman, 109.05 for Lakewood. Second. Third was Jackson Funderburk, 109.16. Heat number 4, Connor Corley, Bishop Ireton. Lane number 1, Michael Villarreal, Spalding in 2. Teammate Cole Smith in 3. Ben Fletcher from O'Connell in 4. Jack Kozlowski, Trinity in 5. Cole Morgan from Loyola in 6. Danny Salazzo from Georgetown Prep in 7. Ray Detton from O'Connell in 8. And Declan Foran from DeMatha in 9. And I will tell Morgan that Lakewood and the Heights are not in this heat, and there is no bell. So we're getting closer. Your leader is out in lane number 6. That's Cole Morgan. He touches winning time, 102.85. Jack Kozlowski. Jack actually got third. Michael Villarreal second, 103.71. Jack Kozlowski, his time, 105.95. Parker Gildy in lane number 1 for Ignatius in heat number 5. Kevin Hall for St. Joe's in 2. Derek Thompson, Spalding in 3. Teammate David Stanley in 4. 5 for Malvern Prep, or Georgetown Prep, is Matthew Tofflon. 6 for DeMatha, Joseph Shotwell. John Russo, Malvern Prep is in 7. Brady McQuaid for Loyola in 8. And St. Paul is Charles Lee in 9. And they come to the wall. Brady McQuaid, your winner, 102.08. Derek Thompson, second, 104.23. And third, John Rosso, 105.04. And heat number 6, Sam Long in St. Paul's. Austin Seeger in 2. For Good Counsel, Teddy Pryor for St. John's in 3. Gates Mills, J.J. Sistoni in 4. Brandon Bedestani from Georgetown in 5. Trinity's Josiah Garber in 6. Bennett Gangemi Gonzaga in 7. Zach Lanning from Charleston Catholic in 8, and Miles DeLocke from DeMatha in 9. And believe it or not, they've pulled out more bells. Cowbells on the middle part of the pool now. And so we've got bells everywhere. Your leader is lane number 5, Brandon Bedestani. At the wall, the touch. 1:00:14 for him. Teddy Pryor was second, 1:00:41. And third, Zach Lanning, 1:03:15. Heat 7, Trip Thomas from DeMatha, lane 1. Liam Cunningham for Spalding in 2. James Fairbank for Calvert Hall in 3. Jonathan Lombardo from DeMatha in 4. Griffin Oler from Georgetown in 5. Levi Smith from DeMatha in 6. Max Rose from Malvern in 7. Kaz Reeves from DeMatha in 8. And Luke Potts from Lakewood in 9. Lane 3 and lane 5, Fairbank and Oler battling it out. Oler with a slight lead. They'll reach to the wall. The touch, it is Griffin Wohler, 56-25. James Fairbank, 56-75. Jonathan Lombardo is third, 58-52. Lane number 1, Salvatore Anello from Loyola Blakefield. Colby Kaminsky from Calvert Hall in 2. Cody Wynn from Spalding in 3. RJ Duffy from Bishop McDevitt Lane 4 is R.J. Duffy. I'm sorry, that is R.J. Duffy in 4. Zach Kush from IMAC. IMAC is Immaculata in lane number 5. Chris Saxon from Ignatius in 6. Matthew Alvarez from Lopez in 7. Ian Durham from Loyola in 8. And Nate House from Gonzaga in 9. And at the wall, Zach Kush, 54.87. Second was Chris Saxon, 58.75. And third, R.J. Duffy, 59.15. Heat number 9, Rick Reed from Calvert Hall in 1. Colton Masterson O'Connell in 2. Luke Woodhouse in 3 from Gates Mills. DeMathis Jack Hamilton in 4. Jude Banks from Ignatius in 5. Luke DeFrancisco is from Columbus St. Francis. Joseph Guadagnino from St. Joe's in 7. Hunter Gallo from Pittsburgh in 8. And Alex Spooner from Gonzaga in 9. Lane 5. Out in front, Jude Banks from Ignatius. He's followed by Jack Hamilton from DeMatha. Jude Banks, seat time, 53.70. He'll bring it to the wall and touch at 54.54. Second place, Luke DeFrancisco, 57.58. And Jack Hamilton, 57.72. And the 400-yard freestyle. Heat number 1. All B relays. Lane number 4, Calvert Hall. 5 is Gonzaga, and 6 is Spalding. And your leaders right now, Spalding out to a slight lead over Calvert Hall, and Gonzaga trails by a body length. Second swimmers in the water. 5 heats. Of this 400. And the first for National Catholics, we had two swimmers swimming together in lane number 5. But that's been cleared up. And the Spalding is your winner. Winning time 3:30.55. Looks like Gonzaga will probably be disqualified. And Calvert Hall, their time 3:39.33. Heat number 2 will find B relays for Bishop McDevitt in 2, St. Joe's in 3, St. John's in 6, St. Ed's in 7, and the Heights in 8. A relays for Mount St. Joe in 4 and John Paul in 5. Early lead up in lane number 2, Bishop McDevitt, followed by St. Joe's in lane number 3. And third is Mount St. Joe. And turn for the last 50. St. John's, lane number 6. Mount St. Joe in lane number 4. Swimmers going left and right here, and St. John's winning time 3:35.25. Mount St. Joe second, 3:37.14. Third, Bishop McDevitt 3:39.37. And St. Joe's is fourth, 3:40.58. Heat number 3, lane number 1, St. Paul's, they're B. All the rest are A relays. Bishop McDevitt in 2, Spalding in 3, Georgetown in 4, Malvern Prep in 5, St. Paul's in 6, St. Ed's in 7, St. Joe's in 8, Bishop Ireton in 9. Early lead, lane number 4, Georgetown Prep. Right next to them, Malvern Prep in second. It is still Georgetown Prep in the lead. Malvern Prep second. Second swimmers in their last 50. Third swimmers now on the water for Georgetown and Malvern. Bishop Ireton in third. They turn together, Georgetown and Malvern. They'll go off to the anchors. And they'll bring it home. For this heat, winner will be Georgetown Prep. Winning time 3:06.15. Malvern Prep 3:07.78. Third is going to be St. Joe's 3:15.89. Fourth is St. Paul's. And fifth is Spalding. Heat number 4, A relays in lane number 1 for Pittsburgh Catholic, 2 Bishop O'Connell, Loyola's in 3, Ignatius in 4, DeMatha in 5, St. John's in 7, and Trinity in 9. B relays for DeMatha in 6 and Ignatius in 8. Heat 4 of 5. the turn off the 50. Coming up. The turn has DeMatha's A, 2/100ths of a second ahead of Ignatius's A. Split time 22:60 and 22:62. And our stadium announcer just let us know that the diving warm-ups have begun. So if you're inclined to join us tonight for some more diving action here at National Catholics, there's a link being sent around through your coaches to the Boxcast link, and us at Red Dog Media will be bringing you the action in the diving championships for the women tonight at 7. In the water the swimmers go. Ignatius and DeMatha virtually stroke for stroke. Third swimmers in the water. And we'll hand off to the anchors. And DeMatha is going to hand off a lead of over a body length over Ignatius. Ignatius will try to climb back in. Over a body length behind. Third place, Loyola Blakefield. Trying to climb back in for third. And Bishop O'Connell in lane number 2 also wants a piece of that top 2. But I don't think there's enough pull to make it happen. DeMatha's A, 3:11.90. Ignatius A, 3:13.15. And Loyola's A, 3:13.46. And we'll have the final heat of swimming for the evening. On the men's side, B relays for Bishop O'Connell in 1, Georgetown Prep in 8, and Gilmore Academy in 9. A relays for Calvert Hall in lane number 2, Gilmore in 3, Good Counsel in 4, Gonzaga in 5, The Heights in 6. And if you're wondering why the B's and the A's are mixed up in this final heat, it's because the seat times for these teams are faster than the seat times of the A's of some of the other teams in the program. It'll all sort itself out because only the A's can score and make it to the finals. Top seat time, 3:03.52 from Gonzaga. The meet record is 3:04.24 by Gonzaga. That was attained in 2022. Gonzaga out fast. Lane number 3, Gilmore is in second. These are both A relays. Calvert Hall in lane number 2 is third. Also, the high school in lane number 7, also vying for third. It's still, as we hand off to the third swimmer, it is still Gonzaga, Gilmore, Calvert Hall, and the high school. Let's make that Malvern Prep is fourth. The high school is fifth. And a change in the ranking here as Calvert Hall slides ahead of Gilmore at the 75 on the third swimmer. And the anchor in the water for Gonzaga. Now in for Calvert Hall. In for Gilmore and Malvern. Malvern trying to track down Gilmore for third. Gilmore still holding them off. They turn for the last 50. Gonzaga coming to the wall in the last 25. Winning time, 3:11.65. Second place, Calvert Hall, 3:16.56. Gilmer third, 3:18.91. Malvern Prep fourth, 3:19.57. The high school fifth, and Good Counsel sixth. Well, that's going to wrap it up here for us this afternoon. For the boys, National Catholic Prelims here at the Mangione Aquatic Center on the campus of Loyola University in beautiful Baltimore, Maryland. We'll look forward to seeing you either in a couple hours for diving tonight, in the morning for diving with the men, women tonight, or at finals tomorrow in the afternoon here on Boxcast. We're Red Dog, we're Larry Dukes and Morgan Knox. We thank you for joining us. Have a great evening, and we'll see you soon. Thank you, and good night.